Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Salamancer, and you are watching Sal TV, bringing you another game on Gullywash because we've not had enough Gullywash games on this channel. I swear, it is like the least played map ever. But so far, we're looking at two teams here in the semifinals of the Excello Zowie TF2 Preseason tournament, I believe is what it was called. That is a very long name to say, but look at all the aggression coming down by these soldiers so far. Now Medic pocketing a scout there just to keep him alive so he can knock out some soldiers. This soldier here is having some trouble knocking out a scout of his own, and there he goes, pistol down to death in midair. Now the teams, as we have seen here, the teams actually... Oh, let's reload the HUD. There we go. Now everybody can see what's going on. The teams here are Team Vital against Team Vamonos. I don't know a lot about either team because they are in the European scene, and I'm just now learning about the European scene just a little bit. But I do know that if these teams have made it to the semifinals of this tournament, then they are good. I do believe this is the open bracket of the tournament, so not the invitational. But nonetheless, I think whoever wins the open bracket ends up going on to invitational anyway. So, means these guys are in the round of 8 in the semifinals of this tournament, and we are just watching Vamonos, Team Enye, I guess it is, pushing in to an early lead. They don't have any points yet, but oh, here comes the Uber right now. They are already Ubering into last point, and looks like the Uber fades here, and Fish only has about 60% here, so there will be no Uber for red team for a while. Looks like 2 men on red team go down right away. Can they stop capture on this point? No, they cannot, and while the team was there trying to kill this soldier, he's just like, no, whatever, I got this. So Matnun, the biggest boss, has managed to capture the point all by himself. So, yeah, there you go. Early lead there for Vamonos against Team Vital. This demo was uploaded to vanillatf2.org, and I have to admonish some of the other teams out there. I cast some of this live with Comedian of vanillatf2, and it was awesome casting it with him. But then I asked afterwards, I was like, hey, so are they going to have, like, all the SCV demos? And the guy goes, not really, no, because nobody ever uploads them. So, if you are a competitive TF2 team or player, you should probably upload your demos. And by the way, sick kill there on the soldier from Retshock. So Retshock walking right in and just saying, no, I'll kill you, soldier. So Vital, once again, having to drop back there after a very bad mid-fight for them. They're not happy about that, but we will see if they can't redeem themselves here over on the second point. And this is so loud in my ears, but that is okay. I just get a little bit of confusion here on my own end. There we go. So Team Enye, Team Vamonos, pushing through the upper area. This is very common. You don't want to go in through those lower doors down there because they get sticky trapped very, very easily. And here comes the Uber right away once again. This time, though, they're pushing into a team that actually has an 100% Uber. And look at how well he's held onto that Fish, just now popping the Uber as the blue Uber subsides. So held onto that like under aggression, under pressure for a very, very long time. Now Fish Nova, the soldier, is down, but look at this. Team Vital not able to push out just yet. They're trying to deal some damage here, but Team Vamonos has now lost a scout, and it looks like there's a back cap going on. Charlie Chain is coming out here and backcapping against this soldier. Oh, probably not going to get this kill. It'd be beast if he did, but no. Trying to jump over that soldier's head and just not going to work. Meanwhile, though, pressure on the medic. So 2 scouts down right now for Team Vital. Means they have nobody on the off classes at this point. They do have just a little bit better Uber percentage than Team Vamonos there. Sunfraga, or what are we going to call him? Sunfraga? I don't know, but we'll call him Sun. That's easy enough. But the medic for blue, Sun, right now, only has about 75%, 80% now Uber, and so he wanted to wait until he had that full Uber, which means that he has given Vital time to have an Uber of their own, so they had a little bit of a player disadvantage, but all their damage classes are up on the point. It could have been pretty risky to push into that, so probably good they didn't, but here comes the Uber right away, just as soon as they can, and they're taking a little bit of a gamble there, rushing in and saying, let's Uber right off the bat and try to get the enemy medic, but at the very least, you can make the enemy pop. Nonetheless, this gamble just didn't pay off very well for them, because now Sun is down, not a single man dead on Vital. I thought for sure Morty was going to die there, taking on those 2 scouts, but it looks like they just didn't hit all their shots or something. Oh no, Vital's having some trouble here, though. They're getting somebody standing on the point, and now that's going to force them all to stand on top of it as well, or at least drop down here and lose their high ground advantage. Now Vital's getting taken out by a scout here, and there you go. After the Ubers are over and after their medic is down, Team Vamonos still manages to cap that point. It is now 2-0, and Vamonos is showing some very dominant play so far. Wow, that is pretty intense right there. So, Team Vamonos, let's see if they can get out there and continue it into point number 3. Keep in mind that since this is, of course, a European-style game, it's only going to be played in 30 minutes, and so right now Vamonos is a very, very comfortable position. Making some big jumps here early on. Looks like Fish Nova already took out Vero. Vero, and that's a name I've heard before, although I don't remember where it's from exactly. Morty now goes down as well to Estanis, who I believe half of the Vamonos team, by the way, is from Spain or something like that. I was told they were a mixed team, but at least half of them are from Spain, hence the name Vamonos. Let's go. I know my Spanish. Living in Houston, we get to learn just a little bit of that, even if you never took it in school. That is just how it works over here. So Sun here has 100% once again, and Vamonos is pushing out to second. No contest once again for second point. This time, of course, we've got Charlie on the Sniper, but Sniper already down. There we go. Now Red Team finally contesting this after the Uber has faded here for Blue Team. And oh, look at this. Very, very close to knocking out the medic over here. Sun, though, still staying alive. And looks like, I was going to say that the Demo Man was down, but actually he's not. He's perfectly fine. Erectus just took a couple of hits there, and I heard him kind of screaming in pain. But no, he's perfectly fine. Demo Men take hits all the time. So Vital actually did hold on to second point. I didn't think they were going to, but it looks like this is the first time they've actually managed to kind of slow the game down a little bit here for their enemies. And it sounds like Charlie Chain is still on the Sniper. Got another headshot there on somebody, but did he manage to kill him? No, he did not. Morty with a kill on Retshock, and Retshock's going to be coming back up in another 15 seconds. Oh, Charlie trying to get that scout there, but he got spotted out. Not taking any damage here, but now it looks like he's going to be pressured back a little bit. Look at this. He's being supported up by a Heavy, though. And what is this guy's name? Ted Downs is his name. So Ted Downs on the Heavy here. Oh, getting flanked, though. And there he goes. Estanis has knocked him out. Let's see if we can't find Estanis. Yeah, as he kills the Sniper over there, now getting a back cap. So he's forcing Team Vital, who wanted to be a little bit aggressive there, he's forcing them back to defend this point. And now that they're getting out of the way of this area, I think that, yeah, we're probably going to see a push through here. Oh, big damage coming down by the Demo Man here, though. And that Demo, of course, Erectus, doing a great job. Now we've got, oh, wow, Uber forced here by Matnun, the biggest boss. But at the same time, Team Vamonos has popped their Uber as well. They only have to keep it on one person, though, I think. Maybe they flashed it to somebody else, but didn't need to do that. On the other hand, Vital had to flash their Uber to their entire team up there, so it took a lot of damage. They didn't really need to. Now their Heavy here is just holding this point so well, though, standing in here, not taking a heck of a lot of damage. He is up at about 213 health right now and wants to push out to this side. Oh, that is a scary thing to see as a scout. Having a scout and a Heavy drop around that corner at the same time. So Charlie Chain over here, actually, it looks like Vital may end up capping this point for the first time, and they are, hopefully, in my mind, going to come back, because I love seeing comebacks. Comebacks are my favorite thing. And it looks like, once again, on Gullywash, we have a Heavy being pushed past the middle point. That is something that I have seen, I guess, more and more in the European leagues. In the 2 European games I've casted on Gullywash recently, both times they have used a Heavy to push out here. And at this range, I mean, he's just kind of laying down like hits of maybe 5 or 10 per bullet that actually hits, but it's still slowly chipping away at their enemy's health. And the other thing that it's doing is actually stopping this Sniper. Whenever he hits that Sniper, it's stopping him from... oh, wow! So I was going to say that he was doing some cool stuff here, but actually the even cooler stuff was that I think Team Vamonos was too far forward on their defense and did not allow for back caps. Suddenly a back cap comes in, they're just like, wait, what do we do about that? I guess we'll all die, and then we'll lose the round. So that was their plan. I gotta say, if they're gonna defend second, they might want a better plan. Erectus coming out here and trying to do some initial damage over there with stickies. Now he seems to be going for that scout, but not hitting him at all, actually, and that's a tough thing to do as a Demo Man, hitting those scouts. Meanwhile, though, oh, the medic over here backed up into that corner. That is a very bad position, but both medics actually in those corners. And the thing about being in those corners, yes, there's a health kit there, but also the enemy knows where you are. They can spam the crap out of you with rockets and pills, and it looks like Team Vamonos here, once again, is probably going to have this one. Needles versus the bottle. Turns out Rockets actually win that battle, and Matnun comes in once again to knock out Fish. So, with no Uber ready to go, I think that Vital is going to lose this round. That's going to make it 3-1. Right now it is 2-1, of course. And Retshock just come over here, laying down some stickies to block off that hallway in case somebody tried to come in for a desperate sort of flank against the medic. Didn't happen, and it looks like the Uber is popped right away, so we're going to see if Retshock can do any damage here. Trying to knock out this Pyro, does finally get him, but the Pyro managed to hold off that Uber for a good 3 or 4 seconds, which is about half the length of the Uber. Now it looks like Matnun has gone down, as well as Harry, but can they focus his Heavy on the point down? No, they cannot. He's actually staying alive and not taking a heck of a lot of damage there. So looks like actually everybody from Vamonos had to back out after that kind of failed push. There was just too many enemies at the point at the time, and now, oh, look at this! Sun may end up getting knocked out here. Yes, he does. Charlie Chain ends up eating a pill to the face, but not before knocking out that medic, and that is a huge deal right now. Team Vamonos has 2 men down, and that means that Vital can push out, assault, and they can hope to regain some lost ground.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
And now Fish here popping out and says, okay, yeah, let's make sure our medic stays alive. They're actually pocketing this soldier right now. And look, they do pop the Uber. Got to get out here and cap that point quickly. But it is getting capped. There you go. So while Team Vamonos was going for the medic, Team Vital just said, screw it, we'll cap the point, we'll pop, doesn't matter. As long as we're not having to defend last anymore, that is the point. Looks like there's maybe there's an enemy up here on the high ground. Yes, it was a soldier, but Matnan is down now. He was taken out by Vero. Vero was like, you guys really did not need to jump up there. I had it under control, so we are just fine. Oh, spy play. Astonis, you tried your best, but sometimes the stabs just never work out in your favor, and today seems to be one of those days. So, yeah, I completely missed the fact that a spy came up, but it did not matter too much. It was a risky play, and the risk has not paid off, for Team Vamonos, which means they are probably going to have to give up the middle point here. They do have a little bit of an Uber advantage, and trying to go for a back cap, but it's not going to matter, unless they can just completely wipe out everybody on the point. Actually, Team Vital just lost their medic and everybody at the same time, and now the back cap is actually gone down, which means that Harry Hook running back into the base here. Erectus is the only man up for red team, and he is nowhere near this point. So Harry Hook there with a great back cap manages to win it. Oh, hello Erectus, there you are. Gosh, why weren't you up there defending? Oh man, Team Vital down 3-1 right now. We can check the scores here. Looks like there's like 15 and 15 on Team Vital right now. Vero and Erectus are tied in the points. Meanwhile, Astonis actually beating out the medic, and Astonis is one of the scouts for Team Vamonos, actually playing sniper right now out to mid, which is a little bit interesting. But can he get some headshots here? So far, no good, but looking for that soldier. Okay, so no, he's not getting a lot right now, but we are going to keep in mind there is a soldier here, and that is actually going to push Team Vamonos. No, both teams running a sniper. Both of them, actually. Charlie is playing sniper as well. Looks like Team Vamonos actually has lost a couple of players here so far, and not having dealt any damage to Vital means that they are going to have to back way out. Matnan here trying to keep his medic alive, and now the medic has the charge as well as he's also got a pocket demo. Let's just see here though. It looks like Team Vamonos has lost mid-fight for sure, and they are now trying to knock out this heavy. Do manage to get out 10 downs, so the heavy is gone, but the sniper is still up. Let's see where Charlie is right now. Can he knock out? No, the Ubers has already been popped there, probably for, no, just for Vital. That's not good. It means that there is a counter Uber on the way now, probably from Fish. Yes, he's popped it out on his demo right now. Jumping up, and the first thing he goes after is a scout. It's just about the only thing he sees out here. But actually, Fish has gone down, and Fish Nova, has gone down, not Fish. Fish Nova, which is it's like a supernova, you know, when a star explodes, except it's a fish exploding, so it's a little bit grosser in my opinion. So yeah, Fish Nova has gone down. Now we've only got Red Shock and Matt Nunn. Get my spoonerisms out of the way for today. Got only those two up right now, and that means that Team Vital here is going to have a big Uber advantage. Not building it as fast as they could, though. Where is our medic here, Fish? He's not building it nearly as fast as he could. Yeah, Demo Man now trying to help him build that Uber up just as fast as possible so they can keep that advantage. But so far, yeah, here we go. Now he's got a soldier. That should help him build it nice and quick. They should be able to push in with this as soon as they've got the Uber and try to cap this point. But with 3-1, and how much time is left on the clock? About 17 minutes. So actually, we've got a long time left in this game, fellas. Sit back, crack open a beer or a Coke, whatever is your beverage of choice. Maybe it's just water, or maybe you're into green tea. I don't know. But pop your popcorn and get ready for the rest of this game, because it's probably going to go down to the wire. Harry Hook goes down, so no more heavy. That's a good focus there. And now we've got a heavy for the offense team standing on the point. And wow, guys, if you are trying to fight a heavy, walking in front of him is not the best way to do it. Of course, that was basically Vamonos' only option there. Just because with the heavy standing on the point, he was gaining capture time, and they basically had to go in there, desperation move, and try to stop him. Nonetheless, that's like a heavy's dream, is just to have enemies like rushing at your gun while it's spun up and firing. The scouts here at a very, very early aggressive position, and look at this attempt at a defense on the demo there. You saw the scout trying to cover him from the other scout, the aggressive scout there, but it did not work very well. Now, however, Vero has knocked out Astonis, so they've traded the demo man for a scout, and look at this. Vital, knowing that the demo man is dead, have already dropped back. Charlie is trying to go for that medic, but he is probably going to die. Ouch, well-aimed rocket there by Matnan. Matnan really is the biggest boss in this game, in my opinion, but I don't know, we'll have to see if anybody can out-boss him for the rest of the game. Vero actually doing a really good job on the flanks here, knocking out the enemy scouts. Seems to have pretty darn good DM skills, so he is trying to just harass as much as possible, but he does have to fall back here, and so does the entire Vital team. It is 3-2, but if Vital keeps trading point for point, of course, they're going to lose. They're down in points right now. They've got to find a way to stop this advance from Team Vamonos. and hopefully push back out to second once again. So they do have the heavy standing up there. They've got Morty in an interesting little position downstairs. But look, the Uber has already been popped, so the attack is going on for Team Vamonos, and now Team Vital is trying to defend with their own Uber. Looks like a soldier walking onto the point, and actually there's stickies there on the offense team. So blue stickies on the point is no good for Team Red, because when they try to walk on and stop that cap, they are just going to die. Nonetheless, 2 men down right now for Vamonos, and Vital is having some problems defending, but they have held on so far. The Uber is now backed out, and so it looks like Sun here is going to wait for his next Uber before they push back in. Sounds like a little bit of poking. No, actually, here goes very, very much committed to this attack right now, but Red Shot goes down right away, and maybe it's because he's sick. It at least says he's sick in his name, but Red Shot going in there and then dying means that Vital have just a little bit longer to wait before that attack comes in from Vamonos. And Vamonos can afford to slow play it just a little bit right now. They are, of course, ahead in points, but anything can happen in these games. So Erect is coming back over here, trying to make sure he's got enough stickies prepared and ready to go, because that is one of the worst things about playing demo on last points. There's just not enough ammo for you. So walks over to that cabinet, makes sure he's got a full rack of stickies to play with. And let's just see how Team Enye here decides to push in with this. Fish Nova. Oh, wow, catches a Demo Man out of position, but actually, Vital is... Oh, this is so risky. This is so risky. Fish Nova here trying to stop this capture and trying to stop the advance as best he can, but then they're just like, wait, they're all out of position. Let's go push in right now. So here comes the Uber. They're pushing in. They're trying to stop Red. Did Red actually plan this? I think they did. They kind of baited Blue into this attack and then dropped straight back to the point. Look at that. They managed to knock out Matnun and Estanis. And now Vamonos having some trouble here. They are going to try and bombard as best they can now that the Uber is over for Fish here. And whoa, Red Shock is getting some pretty sick damage down. Fish down to 40 health, but Red Shock cannot finish him off there. But look at this, we've got a cap on the point right now, and that means, oh, the heavy goes down. If Vital can hold on to this here, I will give them a, I will probably just like give them a medal or something. I will like sit here and craft a medal, but the problem is they're down 2 players right now. I'm not entirely sure if they, wow, Fish Nova goes down though. Charlie Chain trying to knock out Estanis. Only 3 left alive for Enye, but 2 left up right now. 1 just spawned for Vital, and it was a scout, so that's not the greatest thing to happen. Vital here, oh, Ted Downs doing his best. Looks like Sunfrag goes down. Red Shock and Harry are still up though, and Red Shock manages to get the capture. That was like the most chaotic last fight I'd ever seen. So sorry, Vital, you guys do not get a medal for that play, but that was still pretty awesome that they managed to hold on for as long as they did. But right now it is 4-2. Vamonos here in the lead by 2 points once again. It's pretty much been that way all game, but we'll have to see if Vital can turn it around on him, because these teams do seem very evenly matched here in the semifinals of the Excello tournament. I don't actually know what this this tournament's prize is, but it is a preseason tournament for the big European seasons coming up. And of course, these teams are just ready to prove themselves and be like, yeah, we're the best team this time around. Looks like, oh, very, very big soldier jump here by, who is that? Who is that? Ted Downs? Was Ted Downs playing soldier right now? Okay, so he's actually scout earlier, but interesting. He ends up going down here, though, and Vital has basically lost almost everybody at the mid-fight. Morty coming around here and knocking out a soldier towards last. Can Morty get him, though? No, Morty actually goes down there to Fish Nova. But Fish Nova dies. Did Fish Nova die to him as well? No, Estanis actually, I think, finished him off. But it looks like Vamonos here pushing onto this second point. They're going to cap it just fine. Yeah, there they go. Finally capturing that point. Now they just need to find a way to push into the lobby here, because they've got this 100% Uber. They got to make sure they knock out the Demo Man. No, Demo Man has run back to last to be accompanied by his Heavy, and now we've got a Pyro. Pyros are just about my favorite thing in TF2 competitive, to be perfectly honest. Like, they're very, very situational, but it's really awesome to see when they're actually used like effectively. Especially like right here, he's just like, get out of here, Uber, we don't need that. But the problem is Ted Downs is actually dead right now, and bear in mind that since this is vanilla TF2, of course, he cannot use the degreaser, get that quick weapon switch, he can't use the axe extinguisher, so it's basically just light people on fire, blast them up into the corner, and then maybe shotgun them to death. Oh, look at this, Fierce Needles coming in here, and if they can get this point, they're going to be up 5-3. There they go, Vamonos 5-3 right now against Team Vital. Remember that it is played to a win difference of 5, and is Ted Downs going to run heavy out to mid? It looks like he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. That one cog there in the machinery of the Heavy's brain is turning, and he's just like, you know what? It's time to run heavy to mid. So we are going to see, once again, Heavy at mid. We're also going to see them running a sniper as well. That means they're not going to have a lot of defense for their class. They're not okay. So they do have the scout here on defense for the Demo Man. What that does mean, though, is that they can't really get too much in the way of flanking. But as I say that, it looks like they actually do get a lot of damage coming down on the flanks by Vero. So Vital actually, with this play here, they've basically all the damage has come down from Morty and Erectus, but Yeah, a lot of damage just all over the place, and it looks like Team Enye was just unprepared for having a heavy at mid. Now they've dropped back to last here, and of course Estanis on the heavy at last. Very, very common, of course, you'll see the off-classing here on the last point, all kinds of different classes, because the objective of the game changes. During these mid-fights, of course, the objective of the game is to be highly mobile, to get around your enemies in whatever way possible, surround them, flank them, whatever. But on these last points, the objective for the defense, instead of being mobile, it is deal the maximum damage to the enemy possible while dying as little as possible. And then the offense, of course, has sort of the same objective. And then, of course, the other side of that coin is that defense also needs to make sure they don't let the enemy get onto that point. And that is really where the Pyro just comes into play so huge. Sun here taking a little bit of a hit, but Morty, his job there was try to suicide in and force the pop or something and give them an advantage. So far, that has not worked. So that means that Sun is pushing his demo man out here, and they have knocked out Ted Downs with the Uber. Now the Uber was forced out here finally for Sun, but it looks like Vamonos is going to be able to capture this point unless Vital can do something crazy here. Estanis has taken a lot of damage, but it looks like only Charlie and Morty are left alive, and Charlie actually goes down there. So Morty has backed off to mid. He is the last one alive for his team. Like, guys, where'd everybody go? This is not cool. I cannot take on 6 against 1. That is just not a situation that I like. So apparently Morty watches this channel and he knows don't go 6 on 1, go 6 on 6. That is how you should play TF2 in 6v6. Guys, that's why it's called 6v6, seriously. Wow, and there you go. Once again, that was kind of a 1v2 there. Heavy is decent at taking those classes out, but if you get 2 scouts on top of you and they are 2 good pro scouts, not a lot you can do about it. So Vital here having to drop back once again after trying to push into Vamonos' last. They just did not have the Uber ready to go, and so that meant that they really could not hold the ground that they had. They had to fall back against that Uber. Sun now getting his 100% up once again, and he's probably just going to push straight in with this. Let me see if we can find him. Yeah, they've actually pushed in through the back door here, through the choke, but it looks like Vital was mostly ready for this. They have fallen back to the high ground. Now, Soldiers and Demomen, of course, could jump up there. I don't know why they decided to stay there for so long. They really should have just dropped back faster. Look at this. The 100% Uber is just now popped for both teams. Oh, it was actually a Kritzkrieg. That's why they were standing there so furiously. They wanted to see if they could get that crits up. Problem is, right now, they are having some problems with... Oh, Uber saw a hit. They're having some problems with people on the point. Medic v Medic battle on the point. Can we... Oh, look at that. Fish knocks out Sun with the needles. That means that Team Vamonos only has 1 man left alive right now. Erect is trying to help knock him out, but where is the down man? He is down, so that means Team Vital should be able to get out there and cap that point. Charlie Chain running out to the second right now. Looks like there is going to be a spawn wave here. Harry, Matnan, and Fishnova did spawn up, so let's just go see. Harry is still on the sniper right now. Can he get out here in time to stop this capture? Probably not. No, he cannot. So he's just sitting up here on the middle point. And looks like everybody else for Vamonos has spawned at mid as well. That's one of the things that is really well timed about Gullywash for 6v6 is that if you wipe out attacking an enemy on their last point, you still basically get to spawn and defend the mid. The enemy is going to take second, which is good, but then you're going to lose mid. You're not going to lose mid, I mean. So Irectus here actually really good job getting away from that scout. Scouts on top of you is a very bad thing as a demo man. And look at this. Vamonos there really not committing to that mid-fight very well. They lost half their players, and look at how damaged Sun is right now, so having to drop back, and they may even lose their second point once again here. So that aggression by Vamonos just not working all that well. Something happened to their coordination, but look at this big demo man bomb in right here. He's getting on top of the high ground up here, raining down death on Erectus, and now the entire team for Vital is just like, oh crap. Apparently he knows everything, guys, so what do you know? If you need to know anything about TF2, just go ask that demo man. That is Retshock, by the way. Find him on Steam and talk to him. Vital here now trying to drop back and defend as best they can, but they are once again probably going to lose mid here. The Uber has been popped in, but the problem is they Ubered just a demo man, and where is he right now? Can they... Oh my gosh, what is going on? Actually, a back cap going on by Vital. There is going to be a spawn wave here in about 1 second, so with those 3 just spawning, I don't think Morty is going to be able to get in there. Oh no, he does have a medic on him though, with 100% Uber, so while Sun was over there trying to force that... trying to force the situation forward, they actually lost their second point. Now, oh my gosh, Matnan goes straight down to a crit sticky here. So does Harry. Sun goes down as well. Wow, huge Kritzkrieg there for Team Vital, and they do capture the point. So it is 5-3. But remember, there's only about 6 minutes left, so Vital is going to have to pull something out of their butts here to get those 2 extra points that they need to catch up. Erectus on his way to the midpoint right now with the little half moon thing going on there on his head. That is a neat little hat. I don't remember how to get that. I think it's just a craftable thing though. Might have been a promotion for something. Regardless though, the aggressive scouts here for Vamonos trying to push in and attack the medic as much as possible and just deal damage all over the place. But so far it looks like NEA has lost 2 of their players. Still 3 down right now for Vital, and the medic is in trouble. Fishnova here trying to deal with this scout though. Oh wow, actually Vero found the medic for Fishnova and knocked him out. Now Fishnova backed into a corner there against Charlie, and Charlie's just like, guys, there is no problem here. We've got an Uber and you don't. May have to pop it. Oh, it's a Kritzkrieg. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crit bat? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, there he goes. This is the problem with running the Kritzkrieg, is that you just have no defense if you don't have anybody with like area of effect damage. So Charlie there now locked in a battle to the death against this other scout, and then you know what? Matnan just comes in and says, guys, I'm going to finish this off. That's enough of that. Big aggressive soldier bomb here does not pay off at all. Morty jumped straight into some stickies there. Very good stickies by Red Shock. Knocked him right the heck out. So Vamonos holding on to mid so far, and as the clock winds down, I think Vamonos may have this game won. All these players doing so well though, and Matnan taking all the damage there. Estanis doing exactly what he needed to do. Let's just find his camera. As a scout, which is wait until the enemy is already kind of engaged, already paying attention to something else, then just walk up to the side of him and smack him in the face with that 120 damage meat shot. That is what he went down to. So Estanis now over here capping this point, and joined by the rest of his team. I'm pretty sure that there's nothing that our friends on Vital can do against this. They don't even have like 40% Uber right now. They are running the Kritzkrieg once again, and so Kritzkrieg is kind of a surprise move. Now, Vamonos may be expecting this. We will have to see. But to see whether they're expecting this or not, yeah, here they go. They're just going to push straight in. They're like, we know we have the advantage regardless. And good drop back there into the spawn, so the medic did not go down yet. But look, it's getting capped right now. Soldier trying to stop this, but it is going to go capture once again to Team Vamonos. So I think, I've called things earlier before, and I've felt so bad about it, but I think that Vamonos here has won this round against Vital and will be moving on to the quarterfinals. And the quarterfinals, I do believe those were also casted on Vanilla TV. If I could be mistaken, but I think they were casted on VTV, and then the finals are actually like next weekend. Nonetheless, we're going to see here if Fishnova can manage to make a big jump here. No, looks like he's just staying on the low ground so far. Vamonos not really wanting to be too aggressive here. Fish goes down though. Sounded like a headshot. So Estanis playing the sniper once again. We're seeing all kinds of off-classing on this game. Snipers, heavies, everything just coming out to mid-fights here because Gullywash is such an easy map to get those guys out there, and you don't really lose a lot of time doing it. So Vital has lost their medic. They have not lost this mid-fight yet, though, and if they can... Oh, no, it looks like the health kit is not there, but it looks like Morty just standing here getting some capture time. Problem is, where is Sun right now? It looks like he's been beaten back to the second point and is now actually under attack. Where is he right now? They finally managed to knock out Charlie, who was attacking the medic here, but they are back on their second point. With 100% Uber advantage, they are going to be able to push in here and capture mid. I don't like the hold position right now by Vital. Vital needs to get way back here because look at this. The attack is coming in from the low ground and the high ground at the same time. Looks like a Demo Man Uber knocks out Morty right away. Morty really probably should not have died there. He at least forced the issue early, so forced that Uber. Now Fish is actually up in the Ubers, but look, he's still running the Kritzkrieg. I think Vamonos is going to be expecting it at this point. He probably just needs to change back over to the regular invuln because he's had problems now where the crits has not been as effective. He's not able to pop that Uber to save his own life, and so of course, when you're using the Kritzkrieg, you're not invincible. Now it sounds like the crits is ready to go. He's probably going to give it over here to Erectus, but the enemy team probably knows this. Oh no, they don't! Look at that! Knocks out Sun right away with crit stickies. Now crit rockets coming down from Ted Downs, knocking out Harry Hook as well. So Vital actually punishing Team Vamonos for that really forward hold. They just should not have been holding there. I mean, even if they knew that Vital had a regular Uber, that hold position was really bad. They should have been holding way farther back there against Team Vital. Now look at this though. Good scout work by Estanis, knocking out the Demo Man there and trying to get after the medic as well. Doesn't manage to get him, but does get a scout in the meantime. So knocked out Morty. 2 kills there for the scout. And now a second scout after the medic. Can he knock him down? No, Fish is staying alive for just a little bit longer, but there he goes. Vital Fish is knocked down by Harry Hook. And so Harry Hook getting... what was it, 2 or 3 kills there? No, actually it was both their scouts doing work, but Vamonos has lost mid, and yet they are pushing out and trying to hold on to it once more. How much time is left in this game? It is only a minute left, so there is basically no way that Vital can come back and cap this. Vamonos holding the middle point here and winning the game against Vital. So, of course, we are going to continue to try and watch some awesome kills here, and it looks like we do have some pressure coming in from Team Vital, but that is going to be just about it. I don't even think they're going to have time to get this Kritzkrieg here, especially not if the medic is pressured like this. Of course, if you like competitive TF2 commentary, make sure to hit the follow button here, or the subscribe button, I mean, on youtube.com/fatmop. And if you want to see these casts done live, I am on Justin TV or Twitch TV/fatmop as well, FATMOP. So check those out, because I know you have not gotten enough competitive TF2 yet. But this game played over in Europe on, I do not think this was a LAN, but this was an awesome tournament game nonetheless, is just about over, guys. So thank you for watching. This has been Salamancer, and it looks like some good kills there at the very end for Vital, so kind of maintaining their honor here, but I think that is just going to be the game here, guys. Sounds like this. There was a back cap attempt back there by Astanis, Matnun. They're not going to get it. It's not going to matter. The game is already over. The time is running down here, and so in the semifinals, it looks like. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the semifinals, right? No, the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals. That's what they're called. Team Vamonos wins the game there. So thank you for tuning in, guys. This has been Salamancer signing out.